So here we are, brand new Huawei P30 Pro. It's after the event. I got a box in front of me. Let's open it. I'm telling you, these days they're making these boxes a little bit tougher to open, but nonetheless, it is open. We have this little case here, which has no phone inside. Who would take my phone? You know what? This is Carl's phone, not mine.
Wrong box.
Wrong box. All right, so round two, I got the phone in front of me right here. Just listen to that. Oh my God. All right, this is like, oh, that's awful. That was like 2 cats getting high on catnip. Ugh. We got one more right here on the back. All right, that's the sound I was looking for. So boom, here it is. This is the new Huawei P30 Pro. And as you can see, it comes in a new breathing crystal color. That's slang for like blue, purple, and a little bit of white mixed up all into one. Now the design's a bit different. I actually have the Mate 20 Pro right here, somewhere. So I'm gonna leave the phone on the side. Let's quickly go inside of the box. We have paperwork, SIM tool, which we obviously don't care about. We have your charging cable. We have headphones. This is obviously USB Type-C because there is no headphone jack. And we have a power adapter. This is 40 watts. That will give you that sweet, super fast charging with Huawei's Supercharge. So here's the phone itself. As I mentioned before, it comes in this beautiful blue crystal. To give you guys some context, I'm gonna put a Mate 20 Pro right beside it. And as you can see, they're very similar in size. But what I will say though, is that the Mate 20 Pro is a little bit less wide, so it's a little bit easier to grip in the hand. This is still pretty comfortable. If anything, it feels more like a Galaxy S10 Plus, but overall, it's a very sleek design. So this year we're going with 4 cameras on the back instead of 3, which is a big deal. On the middle one here, you have your regular 40 megapixel sensor. This will take your regular photos. On the top, we got ultra wide, so they'll get you those landscape shots. And on the bottom, we have an 8 megapixel telephoto lens, so you can zoom up, or zoom in, sorry. And somewhere in here, kind of like on the bottom over here, you have your time of flight sensor. So this will be able to provide distance and depth to give you better bokeh, and of course, record better photos. Now, the big deal this year is their low light capability. Like, you're able to go up to 409,600. That is absolutely insane. I don't know too many cameras that can do that. Now, a lot of you are probably asking, what's the point? At that range, you're gonna get a lot of noise. The photo itself is not gonna look any good. But what that is really doing is giving more information to your photo so that when you take photos at different exposures, that can be pieced together and you'll get a better photo in the end using software. Now, this year, they didn't get rid of the notch. It's still there, but you are getting a better front-facing camera, at least from what I'm told. I still have to test it. It's 32 megapixels, so it's a lot bigger, giving you more information to play with. Other things, if you notice, this is really different. You only have 1 speaker on the bottom. And you're probably saying to yourself, what is this? I didn't sign up for this. You actually get 2 speakers, and it's hidden underneath the screen, which we're gonna test out in this video. Now, for all of you guys in different countries that rely on this, you have a infrared sensor on the top. So if you're like me, who likes to play around with people, you can go into your school and start shutting off TVs. So this year they decided to put the fingerprint scanner inside of the display, so very similar to the Mate 20 Pro, but it's also supposed to be 30% faster. Now don't get confused with ultrasonic that's on the Samsung device. This is in fact still a optical sensor. The next thing is the display. It's a 6.47-inch display. It's much bigger than it was last year. The only thing I'm not too crazy about is the fact that it's still 1080p. I mean, a 1080p on a 6.47-inch display is not really acceptable in 2019. I wish they went with QHD, considering the battery inside of here is 4,200 milliamps. But the most interesting thing and the most focused thing about this phone is the camera. That's why you're buying this thing. You're not buying it because it has the latest and greatest specs. In fact, most of those specs are in the Mate 20 Pro. You're buying it for the camera. And what they showed us on stage were huge improvements. Being able to zoom up to 5 times optically and get a crystal clear shot is impressive. Taking that again, going up to 10 times and having a hybrid shot is also very impressive. But what they showed us on stage was something really cool, was being able to go up to 50 times digital zoom. Now this phone does start at 1,000 euros, which is a big price tag for a lot of people. And if you want to amp this up with more storage and stuff like that, you're looking at over like $2,000 Canadian at the end of the day. I don't know. I think it's a great device. Huawei basically focused on the camera, and if the camera is the most important thing you want in a smartphone, then this is probably the one you should be looking at this year. Anyway, stay tuned for my full review. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.